What is up guys, KooKenji here, and in today's video I have for you the worst goalkeepers guide on YouTube. And by the worst goalkeeper guide I mean that I myself am not the best goalkeeper. I say I'm like a professional or a world class level goalkeeper, as opposed to other goalkeepers who might be closer to the legendary or ultimate status. So hopefully, because of my lower level, I can be more beginner friendly, and hopefully this video is going to be more easy to understand as a beginner. As you can see in the background, this is just some of my man of the match performances. Look at that, 4.5 expected goals, only conceded 2 goals, and with the man of the match. Unfortunately, my team weren't so good, and again here, 8.6 rating as a goalkeeper. Not too bad, 5.5 expected goals, only let in 3. And yeah, those are my goalkeeping credentials. As you can see, I am a very high level No, I'm just kidding. I'm world class at best. But as I mentioned earlier, hopefully this video is more approachable and beginner friendly, because I know a lot of people like to go in goal just for a mess about, just for the odd game. So maybe this will be nice just to see, just to have a basic grasp of how to play in net. And if you are looking for more guides, unlike this but a more high level guide of other positions, then do make sure to check out my tips and guides playlist, as I have plenty of positions covered. But anyways, let's get into the video. So getting into the playstyle, you can see I'm running a 6'4", 207 pounds build, and as always we'll be looking at the height and weight later on in the video. But going into the perks, you're going to see that I'm running goalkeeper 1-on-1, quick reflex and set piece expert. Now, quick reflex and goalkeeper 1-on-1 I feel like are fairly self-explanatory. Quick reflex is obviously going to give you quicker reactions and reflexes, which is always going to be very helpful as a goalkeeper. And goalkeeper 1-on-1, 1-on-1s are already hard enough as they are, so having that extra bit of a boost is always going to be nice. If you have a third perk available, you might want to consider using fast rush, goalkeeper set piece expert, or goalkeeper far reach. Now, set piece expert is the one I'd recommend, as this is going to give you 2 traits in long throw trait as well as goalkeeper flat trait, and it will also boost your stats in set pieces, which you're going to be facing a lot of them, as opposed to something like goalkeeper far reach where you're only going to be saving against distance shots, which are already fairly easy to save, as well as fast rush, which is going to just boost your sprinting when you're running out. So I would recommend going with set piece expert, because not only you get the traits, but your stats will activate more so than the others, as you will be facing more set pieces than in any other situation, such as fast rush, where even if you're rushing out, something like a ball in behind is quite hard to judge as a goalkeeper because of the camera angle, so you might not want to even rush in that position. And just to quickly summarise, the 3 perks you're going to want are going to be quick reflex and goalkeeper 1-on-1, as well as set piece expert if you can unlock a third trait. So that's going to wrap up everything we need to talk about with perks, so let's go over to the attributes. Now obviously in the attributes you're going to want to max out everything in goalkeeper. That is going to be the #1 priority. And then moving over to pace, I've personally gone for acceleration because that's going to be more helpful in the rushing category if you do need to rush. And with sprint speed, I've only got them just to get the last acceleration, as well as I had 3 extra skill points to spare. Now dribbling here, I have gone with agility and balance because that's going to boost your mobility. I don't know 100% if that actually makes any difference, but it's just nice to know in the back of my head that my agility and balance are going to be as high as possible, so I will be technically as mobile as possible. And finally in physical, I'm going to want to get reactions, and with reactions you're going to have to waste some points because they are locked behind strength and stamina, so you will have to get those. But the reactions, obviously you can see I have over 100 reactions, and obviously reactions are going to be important for making saves, so you do want as much reaction as possible. Now that we've covered the attributes, we can finally move on to the height and weight. Now for the height, you can see I've gone for 6'4" and weight 207 pounds. Now the reason I've gone for 6'4" height as opposed to something like a 6'7" or a 6'6" is because I feel a lot more mobile, and the extra height in my opinion is not that necessary. It is, again, like I said in my centre back build, it is overkill, because you don't need that height to compete with target men, because you know you can use your hands, so you're fine with dealing with crosses. And when you have a low shot, having that extra bit of height could be the difference between getting down to cover that shot and save it, or you're just simply too tall and immobile so you can't reach those low shots and it just goes through you or past you. But that's going to cover everything with the height and weights section, so let's get into the gameplay and do some analysis. Now, if you've watched my other videos, I'm probably going to sound like a broken record at this point, but of course the main point is going to be positioning, as positioning always makes everything so much easier. And with positioning as a goalkeeper, you're going to just want to either follow the circle that you're given by the game, or stay rather central and leaning towards a certain side that you might be thinking they're going to shoot to. And the side the opposition might shoot towards is going to be different in each situation. But some key things to notice are the angle they are facing. So if they are facing towards like the back post, or the far post rather, and they've opened their body up ready to cut the shot into the far corner, then you can expect the shot to go towards there. But also if the shot towards the near post is covered, then they're likely not going to shoot into that corner. And if they do shoot into that corner, then hopefully the defender will block the shot and stop it. Now, one thing I have noticed, and you will notice in a lot of these clips, is that when players are taking long shots, they generally go for finesses, and finesses are usually aimed towards the far post. And in general, players will shoot towards the far post because that's always the best place to shoot in football and generally in FIFA. Now, in a lot of these clips, you'll notice that I'm very rarely on my line, and the reason for that is because I don't want to give them a massive angle or massive goal to aim towards, so I'm going to come forward and cut off the angle as much as I can without fully exposing the goal, and that way I limit where they can shoot, and it's an easy prediction for me then. And just a quick tip for the really beginner goalkeeper pros out there is to switch the camera, just press the touchpad on the PlayStation, look at the camera now, it's all messed up, it's all on the ball, and I'm going to press the touchpad to switch it. And I'm not actually sure why it's on Xbox, but here you can see that just emphasizes my great positioning there. I'm completely out of position and I still make the save. Moving on to the next section, we're going to look at close-up shots as well as one-on-ones. Now the concept is still the same here. You want to just try and move closer to the ball and cut off the angle. Here you can see I'm slowly moving to the ball and then move back, and then I can cut off the angle, force him to go onto the far post. And the one thing you don't want to do as a goalkeeper is to spam your save stick or the directional stick. And the reason for that is it causes your player to spasm out, and your goalkeeper just makes like a jittery movement and doesn't make any save attempt at all. So make sure not to do that. But here again, you're going to see me, I'm going to move forward. I expect him to go for the far post, and he does, and I can make an easy save there. As I have already said, when players get close up, you generally want to move up to cut off the angle. And when you're moving up, you want to do this jockeying moving by holding L2, so you're not exposing yourself by just sprinting out, as you can hold triangle to run forward or Y to run forward and you'll lock onto the ball, but you will end up exposing yourself as you cannot make those saves quickly because you are sprinting out. So in those moments when you do want to come out, make sure to move your moving stick at a slight angle so you're not moving too quickly, as well as hold L2 so you have that jockeying style. The situation where you want to be sprinting is when you're out of position like I was just there, as you need to make up ground quickly, so you need to get to that position quickly and hopefully you can cut off the angle. But more so than not, if you are in a good position, you can just slowly walk down the ball and close off the angle. And when it comes to close-up shots, obviously they're going to be the hardest as they are the closest, and generally they're going to be one-on-ones. So do not feel too bad if you can't save them, because they are very hard to save. And a lot of the times it also relies on the finisher to have poor finishing along with your good positioning too. But that's going to be everything I wanted to talk about in regards to close-up shots and one-on-ones. So in this next section, we're going to be looking at how you can contribute to the attack. In this section, you're going to see exactly why Set Piece Expert can be incredibly handy, as it does boost your long kick and throwing ability. Now there you can see plenty of my attackers are running forward in behind, and I know they've got the pace to go in behind. Fortunately, their keeper messes up and stays in goal, and my striker is able to get onto the end of the long kick, and I get the assist from that. And to do the long kick, make sure to get a nice long run up just like I am now. Look for a person that can run in behind where there's plenty of space, and then hold the shoot button and you can get a nice long kick in behind for your attackers to run onto. Now, one thing to note is that when you're doing the long kick, you can only do it when you're holding the ball. So here you can see me catch the ball and then I can make my run up and then kick the ball in behind. Unfortunately, this isn't just something you can easily exploit from the goal kick, as you do have to be holding the ball, but I will be showing an easy tactic where you can catch the ball easily. Now here you can see me with the ball at my feet, and I can still play make from here, as I can do a nice long through ball, just the easy L1 triangle or easy LTY, and my player is in behind. And there I was just looking at the camera angle where people were open and able to run in behind. This is just going to demonstrate my excellent playmaking skills, as here you can see me fail to catch the ball, but I do make the save in the end. And from that deflection, I can start off the attack, and there you can see my striker is running through on goal as I change the camera angle as he scores there. All started from my save there. And obviously I'm just memeing that I didn't do anything special to contribute. But here you can see me running around looking like a baboon. But there, because I was running around, I baited him into taking a quick shot, which was a poor shot, and I was able to catch it. And then I can easily put my striker through in behind there. And that's the tactic I was talking about, is to just run around to bait them to make an easy shot to catch. Now in this final section, we're going to be covering what to do in set pieces. Here you can see they have a free kick far out. I know they're not going to score, so I'm just going to run around looking like an idiot, bait them into shooting, and as soon as they start to take their run up, I get into position and I can catch, and then I can put my player in behind again. Now with corners, it is risky to do that. You can try and bait them into shooting into the goal, but sometimes they might cross it and you're going to be out of positions. So I do recommend going against doing the bait tactic. Now you can actually just hold triangle for corners and you generally run out into the correct position. But if you do want to be in position preemptively, then go to the near post / central position, because that is where the danger is at, like I am here. Or just mark their tall player, because that's probably where they're going to be crossing. But that's going to be everything I want to talk about today. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to leave a like, subscribe and comment. And otherwise, have a good day.